Good morning, wherever you are. This is another Woody's WW2TV Walkabouts, and I am on the outskirts of Prague. And we all know the biggest, most famous story of Prague in World War II. And it did, of course, occur on May the 27th, 1942. Coming down this road was Reinhard Heydrich with his chauffeur in his Mercedes car. And as he came round this corner, two Czech paratroop assassins were waiting for him. Jan and Josef, you know the story. You've all seen Operation Anthropoid or The Man with the Iron Heart. Josef stepped out in the street with his Sten gun. His Sten gun jammed. Heydrich stood up. Then Jan threw the explosives that landed just to the rear right of Heydrich's car. Heydrich ordered the car to be stopped, shot back at Josef. Well, you know the story. There's no need to me to repeat the story. You all know the story. Now, it is a very busy road coming into Prague now. It's much changed. I'll show you some things here using the after battle photos that we are familiar with. So, if you look at that photo there, that's saying the tram line coming down the road. And you can see the building at the rear is the building. Yeah, that's the hospital. That's in fact the hospital that Heydrich was taken to and later died at. And I'll put it back on the photo again so you can see the photo. And then this one here is also the same kind of view. The tram line's coming down. So that's that view over there. And then here is kind of this view here. It's changed quite considerably. There's another photo from After the Battle magazine. So here's where we are now. Yeah, it's an incredibly important place. We started this journey today, actually at Heydrich's house. So we've just driven the very route Heydrich took, his last ever journey that day in the car. And this monument has only been here for a few years. For many years, there was nothing here at all. And obviously the road has changed considerably. And now we have, and I'll stop in front of it. There is the monument. I'll take you in a bit closer so you can see it. I'm standing really close to the phone, so hopefully the traffic noise isn't too bad. We were at St. Cyril's Church yesterday, where I took photos. I couldn't do a live stream from there, so where the Czechs hid out for a few days after this assassination attempt. Heydrich, of course, died after falling into a coma of blood poisoning from stuffing, horsehair stuffing, in the seat of his Mercedes. So he was hit by shrapnel from the grenade or the explosive charge thrown. I'll just take some footage of the memorial here, or the information panels. So this is about Heydrich here and what he was doing. It's all in Czech. What he was doing in the Czech Republic. And here is a map showing the route. There are Josef Gabčík and Jan Kubiš. There's Heydrich there, of course. The architect, the mastermind of the final solution. And in response to this assassination, you know, the Lidice, the village was destroyed, the martyred village, 110 other people who were connected to 110 men were killed there. Another 242, I think it was, Czech members of families connected to the 7 parachutists who held up in the church. They were rounded up and interred and murdered. Just take you over here. Hope the noise isn't too bad, folks. I'm standing as close as I possibly can to the microphone. So here we have a monument to Operation Anthropoid, 27th of May, 1942. So for years there was nothing here at all. People had the After the Battle magazine or other books, but now there is this monument here. Jan, Josef. So Josef was Slovakian, the others were Czech. This is the character, I think, known as Uncle. That's the guy played by Toby Jones. I think it's him in the Anthropoid film. That's the family that were hosts to Jan and Josef in Prague for the few weeks when they were scouting out this operation. And here are photos of the route. Another photo of it was at the time. There's the car there. Another photo of the car. The bicycle. There's the type of grenade that was used. There's the damage to the car. You can see the damage to just in front of the rear right wheel. And Heydrich's driver chased Josef off down the street. These are the death masks, death pictures of Jan and Josef. There's the St. Cyril's Cathedral or Chapel. So we went there yesterday afternoon, did the little museum there. There's Heydrich's funeral. There's a good photo of the corner. So the car came down here and round here. So it's much different now, the intersection, because of the speed of traffic moves at these days. Yeah, I'll just take you over here so we can see the bend in the road again. There's a good view from here. And this road is a little bit quieter. So the monument is not actually on the bend of the road where it happened. It's on the bend where they can put a monument. So this here is the bend in the road. Lovely, changing the subject. Lovely autumn colours here. The red and yellow on the leaves on the trees. So it should be a bit quieter here. You can hear me. So the car was coming down there, around the corner, and was hit on the corner over there. So there we are. There's a few other YouTube videos telling this story, including one by a Czech tour guide. There's other historians have been here. I believe I'm the first to do it live, though. That's the coup. So maybe not as slick as some of these prepared ones, but I'm actually here right now. And those of you watching, hopefully kind of feeling a connection with this. I first was aware of this story from the old 1970s version of the movie, Operation Daybreak, with Anthony Andrews, Timothy Hutton, Martin Shaw, Nicola Paget, and the synthesizer music that kind of dates it a bit now, with Heydrich played by Anton Differing, who was a bit too old, but that classic German actor, German-Austrian, I think, and Jewish, or at least part Jewish. And then, of course, the more recent Operation Anthropoid with Cillian Murphy. Yeah, to think after all these years of being aware of this story, I'm actually now here. Pretty cool. And yet also, one can't forget the terrible price paid for this assassination. And in the museum we went to, the chapel yesterday, they asked the question, was it worth it? And one of the Czech politicians just after the war said, well, assassination normally isn't an appropriate course of action, but during a war with some such as a monstrous enemy as the Third Reich, these acts are worth it. So the feeling in the Czech Republic is that despite the loss of life, this statement that we will not be oppressed, we will not allow someone as monstrous as Heydrich to control us, and eliminating him was despite the loss of life and the repercussions that followed, was worth it. So there we are. That's the hospital up there behind the yellow building, behind this rather modern thing, where Heydrich eventually died of a coma. So I'll just get one more shot of the monument. So there was nothing here for a few years. So you kind of got the car point of view. But we're going to go and do some more things in a minute. So I'll just show you one more time the car's point of view from Manchester. So I'll go down this little path. So the car was hit right on the bend here somewhere. So going this direction. So Jan and Josef are standing here. Then Adolf, by the other three paratroopers, was over here somewhere. I think it was here. He was going to be waiting in the road to try and walk out in front of the car, kind of slow it down before it hit this corner. And it's still quite a tight corner, but not as tight as it was back in 1942. So hopefully you, those of you watching that, thought that was interesting. Certainly I think it's quite interesting being here. So there we are. Just to remind people, I got a bit of feedback yesterday about yesterday's show, is that I was rushing it, and these are impromptu. I'm on my own holiday here. I literally just have my mobile phone. I can't upload maps. I can't do all that stuff. I can do things like that when I'm back in doing my normal program. These are just live, hopefully, so that people can appreciate and get something out of being here at this important location. I'll just one more shot of the monument there so you can see the figures on top there. So this is it. I'll finish now. I don't think I'm going to do anything else today. We're going back into Prague this afternoon, but I don't think live streaming will be possible. It'll be too noisy, too busy. But I will do some Woody's thoughts about my visits to Budapest and Brno and Prague in the next few days. So thanks for watching, everybody. Leave your comments below. Don't forget to check out our normal, regular content. But from right now, I will speak to you all later. Cheers.